Want to know how to find new customers, grow your customers, and keep your customers? Well, in this video, I'm going to go through the one-page marketing plan by Allan Dib coming up. Hi, welcome to Best Books for Business, where we turn knowledge from business books into action. My name is Toye Oshunbiyi, business and leadership coach, learn and development professional. And on this channel, I take one business or personal development book, give you one thought and prompt you to take one action. If it's your first time here, consider subscribe and also ring the bell so that it will notify you when I post more videos like this. Today, I'm going to be looking at the book, The One-Page Marketing Plan by Allan Dib. If you are a small business owner or a medium-sized business owner and you want to find more customers, this is a must read. Easy to read, easy to digest, more important, easy to apply. So let me first of all go through an overview of the book. It's divided into three sections: the before phase, the during phase, and the after phase. Allan has written this based on his own experience that at the end of the day, as a business leader, you need to understand and be able to take action. So let me give you a quick snapshot of each section. So each section is also then further divided into three more sections, subsections. And the first is, as you develop your marketing plan, the before phase is that you need to select your target audience. And what he means by that is actually deciding who is your customer, what's called your niche, your section, your subsection or category that you're focusing on, that you're targeting, so that whenever you market, you know that this is going to this type of audience. Depending on the type of business you have, you might have a number of those, but each time you market, you've got to know that you're targeting a specific type of person or audience in the marketplace. Once you've decided that, the second thing is to create your message or craft your message. And what that means is that you need to know your unique selling proposition. You need to know what is it that attracts your customer to what you have to offer, and know how to be able to write your message so that they can hear you in this noisy marketplace. Then the last out of that section is then to reach your prospect, which is knowing how to connect, whether it's email, whether it is social media, whether it's letters, snail mail, either way, just knowing where to find your customers so that you can actually prospect to them there. That's the before phase. The second part is now the during phase. Now that's divided also into three sections. The first is to actually now capture leads. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is by you offering something to your potential customers in exchange for their details so that you can now market to them. Something called a lead magnet, something that's of value to your customers. Could be a webinar, could be a seminar you invite them to, could be some products that you give to them in exchange for their details. And the whole idea behind that is that you're not going to ask them to become your customer in the first interaction, but you want to bring them into your domain so that you can now do this next thing, which is to nurture those leads. And by doing that, you're going to educate them, you're going to send them things, you're going to build a relationship with them, which is a succinct marketing plan. So the second thing is nurturing those leads, and that should then evolve into the third aspect, which is a sales conversion, a systematic way of how you bring your customers into your selling process. Now, once that's done, then you've obviously got new customers. So the third phase, which is the after phase, is also now divided into three areas. And the first thing that Allan mentions is actually thinking about how you can now deliver world-class experience for your customers. And the way you can do that is by developing systems around all the things that you do, whether it's marketing, whether it's fulfilling your service, whether it's with your accounting or your admin, so that everything is working clockwork, so that your customers are experiencing a great service. Then the second area in this last phase is definitely an area that I myself would say I don't see this enough, especially with small, medium-sized businesses, is thinking about what's called increasing the lifetime value. And what does that mean? It means that what you want to try and do is you want to try and extend the amount of time that your customers spend with you over the years, but you also want to increase the frequency of how much they buy from you and how many times they buy from you. And all this actually generates more revenue for you without even having to go out and look for more customers. A very important part that I would love to have spent more time on, but definitely if you read that in the book, it gives some really good tips. And then finally, orchestrating and stimulating referrals. And what he means by that is that from your customer base, that if you're doing a great job, there's no reason why you can't actually ask for referrals from them, and which some businesses say they do, but they don't put enough thought to make it a systematic approach, which he gives some great tips on how to do that. So that's the overview of the book. Definitely a good read that I would recommend. As I said, if you're a small, medium-sized business in particular, this is definitely a good read for you, but more important for you to also know how to take action. So based on this, what is our one thought? Well, here's a quote from the book itself. And Allan Dib says this. He says, unless you can get into the mind of your prospects, all your other marketing efforts will be wasted, no matter how well you execute them. And this to me says a lot about the power of marketing. And just to mention here, because of that statement, I will also say that this is the reason why I would always encourage a business to have clarity around its mission and purpose and making sure that it is adding value to its customers. Because as you can see from that statement, marketing could be dangerous if you're not adding value to your prospects, because you do need to get into the mind of your prospect. And with all that's going on, with all the chaos and everything, you definitely want to make sure that as you are delivering your service, it is adding value to your customers, because good marketing will get into the mind of your customer, which means that they will already buy before they buy. And that might sound counterintuitive, but that actually is great marketing. So what is your action today? What's the one action that I recommend from this book? Well, one thing that you find about great marketing is that you're able to really sell what your customers want in a way that they want. Now, if you're an existing business, the fastest way to know what your unique proposition is to ask your existing customers. Anytime you're with your customer that buys from you repeatedly, in a repeated way, ask your customer, what is it that we do that is so unique? Ask your customer why they buy from you. That's the one action I'm going to give you today. So there it is, the one-page marketing plan by Allan Dib. Definitely a good read. The one thought from today: unless you can get into the mind of your prospect, all your other marketing efforts will be wasted, no matter how well you execute them. The one action: ask your customers why they buy from you. And if you want more videos just like this and you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. You can also download the 100 best business books that I've compiled. You can either copy the link in the show notes below, or you can copy the URL that you're seeing on this screen in your browser to download, and I'll send you more of these videos just like this. For me, this is Toye Oshunbiyi for Best Books for Business, saying take care, see you soon.